Hello guys and welcome back to another video on my channel. Now today we're doing another episode in my FM series with Luton Town, and today's episode we start life in League One. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, and of course can we smash the like button on this video. You guys liking the video just tells me how much you are enjoying this series. So basically in this episode we're going to start life in League One. We're going to play our first game of the season, and I'm going to show you what's happened since the last episode. As you can see on the screen, I'm showing you the transfers which we've made so far this season, but I need to give you guys some background on the transfers. Now, before the season started, the board gave us like a transfer budget of like 200k, and I was thinking to myself, like, this is not realistic. Why are Luton not giving us more money? Like, it doesn't make any sense. At the time, I knew I didn't really need that much money, as majority of the squad can actually play in League One. So I don't need to make like loads of changes to the side. I got rid of like the dead wood in the team, which I didn't think was good enough for the future. And obviously I brought some new players in. However, we had some good news during the window. Now, former Luton Town player, well, he didn't actually play for Luton like the first team, but he played for Luton in the academy, and that is Max Aarons. Now, Max Aarons actually went to another club during this transfer window, and we obviously got some of that money. Luton have a clause in that transfer deal which states that Luton gets some of the money, and obviously that money which Luton eventually got from the deal, they actually gave me some of that to spend for this season in the transfer budget. So I've actually got a lot more money. I ended up having like 2.2 million. But now I've only got around about 1.5. I've had to adjust it so I get more wages and stuff like that. And obviously, I've spent some of the money as well. But let me show you where Max Aarons obviously ended up. As you can see, Max Aarons went to Manchester United for 45.5 million. And obviously, Luton actually got some of that money. But what players did I bring in? So I brought in Dominic Samuel from Blackburn. I actually got him on a free signing. He's a good League One player as well. Second choice striker. This season, I've actually changed like the way we play, so you're going to see a lot of Dominic Samuel this season. We also brought in Danny Edwards, a youngster from Fleetwood, a good player for the future. And then during last season, in fact, in the January transfer window, I brought in these two young lads from the French leagues. Both have got really good potential to be championship players, and I obviously got them on a free deal. So Arthur is currently a defensive midfielder, and he's not far off from being a League One player. He's currently at League Two standard, but he's got good potential to play in the Championship. And if Glenn Ray does leave, at least we've got backup in depth. I also brought in this PSG guy in as well. He's got fantastic potential, and he is one player to look out for the future. Currently operating at League 2 level as well. We're going to probably see him a lot this season as well, just like Arthur. So I'm looking forward to see how our youngsters do this season, because we've got some really good youngsters who can actually progress to the next level. We also brought in Ivan Rodriguez, a 24-year-old Spanish right back. We actually got him on a really good deal, in fact. He's actually worth 2.2 million, but we actually got him for like less than 200k, which is a really good price, in fact. And he's actually operating at a League One level, potential to be a championship right back, 24 years old as well, best right back at the club. I think it's a no-brainer really. And then we also brought in Dion Convoy from Swindon, a 24-year-old centre back. I just brought him in for like backup. He's a really good League One player, so I didn't see why not. As you can see, we've got a lot of depth within the squad, which is really good. I also signed 27-year-old Spanish winger Diaz, a good player just as backup, League One standard, as you can see. In case Luwalawa and Moncur get injured, it's nice to have backup in those areas, so I brought him in. And our last signing which we made was Carter Vickers. Now, Carter Vickers is currently a championship player. Last season, he improved massively, and I managed to bring him back to the club. I've got him for another season on loan, but at the moment, he's currently away with the USA under-23s, so we won't be seeing him yet in the season, but we will see him at some point throughout the season, but he will get regular call-ups to the USA under-23s. But a championship player at League One level, you can't go wrong. I just want to point out as well, I've had so many offers for Collins, Pelly, Sluga. A lot of clubs have actually wanted my players, and obviously the window has not finished yet either, so it's going to be really tough to keep hold of those key players until the window closes. I obviously want to keep hold of our good players in the squad. In terms of the players which I got rid of, Elliot Lee left. I didn't actually want to get rid of Lee, but he ended up leaving to go to the USA. Danny Hilton left. I got rid of a lot of deadwood, basically, like Jervis, Lloyd Jones, players who I knew weren't going to feature for Luton like in the future on this save. So there you have it. I've updated you on everything that's happened since I last spoke to you in the previous episode. And now in this episode, we're going to play our first game of the season against Doncaster Rovers. So, like I said previously, I've changed like the system for this season. I've gone with a 4-4-2 formation. I believe the 4-4-2 formation is the best formation for us. And this is the team which I'm going to play against Doncaster Rovers at home. We want to start off by winning our first game. So, Sluga in goal, Rodriguez right back, Pearson and Bradley centre backs, Dan Potts left back, Moncur and Lawalawa as our wingers, Pelly and Glenn Ray as our central midfielders, and then Samuel and Collins as our strikers. I really am looking forward to this season. The board want us to finish in the playoffs, so we have to finish in the playoffs this season. Otherwise, I'm going to get the sack. But I want to do more than that. I want to get promotion. I want to get back to the championship. But first, we need to beat Doncaster Rovers at home. Right, Dan Potts down on the left-hand side gives it to Pelly. Pelly goes into the box now. Can he shoot? Off the post. And Luton are nearly 1-0 up inside 5 minutes. It's our first home game of the season, guys. Wouldn't it be nice to obviously kick off winning? Right, Moncur with a free kick now. Plays it into the box now. Who's that? Sonny Bradley, but he's offside. But good start by Luton. Hit the post inside the first 30 minutes. And we've also had an offside goal. But good start. Right, Doncaster look to break forward. Oh, but that's a dirty challenge by Pelly. What has Pelly done there? And Luton are now down to 10 men. That was very silly by Pelly. You know, a championship standard player now. He needs to stop making silly mistakes like that. That's very poor. As Pelly Roddick got sent off, I've had to take off James Collins as he's not playing well and just have one up top. And I've brought on Luke Berry to replace James Collins. And hopefully we can still get points from this game. Right, Doncaster from that free kick, just over. Right, it's currently half time. Up to the point where Pelly got sent off, I felt we were like in control of the game really. Doncaster, since the sending off, have been the better side, and it's going to be a big second half. But I don't know what to do because down to 10 men, it's not much you can really do really. Pelly's really let the side down, and it's a big 45 minutes coming up. Right, Doncaster down on the left hand side. Oh, Ivan, what have you done? That did not even look like a penalty. And now Doncaster have a penalty in the final 15 minutes of the game against 10 men. Boys have really let me down. Two individuals in particular have let me down. Ivan giving the penalty away and Pelly like with that stupid challenge. Disappointing. Obviously not nice to obviously start the season off with a loss. But what can I do if two players have let me down? They just look like they're going to get the second. We really have been terrible. Doncaster, and that's two. Thanks a lot, guys. Honestly, up to the point of the sending off from Pelly, we were the better team. We really were the better team. But Doncaster, they're just taking advantage of us being down to 10 men. We've literally created nothing since the sending off. The players have been embarrassing. The penalty was embarrassing to give away. And now they've just scored that goal. Please do not get a third. Do not get a third. To Cole. Oh my God. 3-0 in the first game of the season. We're down to 10 men. I get it. Being down to 10 men, it's extremely hard. But this is a joke. It really is a joke. Right, it's the end of the game. If it weren't for Pelly being sent off, I honestly don't believe we would have lost that game 3-0. We literally did not create anything in that second half. It was an embarrassing second half performance that was. Didn't create any opportunities. And guys, we're still in the transfer window. So I will replace every single one of these players if I have to. I've got 1.5 million to spend. I will replace every single one of them. I'm not getting sacked if players can't actually perform well. I'm not having it anymore. All these players are good League One players, at least. So I'm not having it if they can't perform in League One. Not a chance. I am not a bad manager. The players are making me look bad. And just to show you that I actually do mean business, I'm actually gone for Max Power from Sunderland. Hopefully in the next few days we can bring in Max Power, and I will also try and bring in more players. But I will let you know how I get on with bringing in new players in the next episode. So we're going to end the episode with Luton being at the bottom of the table. I can promise you guys, this will not continue. We will have to win football games. Otherwise, I am going to get the sack, and obviously the series will stop. I believe I figured out the right system for us, which is the 4-4-2, and we are going to use that system for future episodes. So there you have it, guys. That is the end of the video. Hopefully you did enjoy it. Make sure you drop a like on the video if you did. Comment down below any transfers you believe I should be making for future episodes. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Don't forget to follow me across all my social media if you haven't done already. And I'll see you guys in the next video.